unmute myself. All right, there we go. If I unmute me, maybe just maybe. Mic check. Hello, hello, hello out there, everyone. Hopefully, you all are having an amazing, amazing evening. There we go. We got sound on the stream now. And if somebody could just confirm that for me, that would be awesome. So, welcome, 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 guys, to the Rejuvenation Music Party tonight. We are so super excited to have with us one of the primary contributors to the album, none other than the amazing Philosophy, CEO and founder of Life Music Inc. And so we are just really, really grateful to be able to bring forth some new and slightly different, I won't say new, but some slightly different flavor to the hip hop space. And so we are just super excited tonight to be able to kick this thing off. So we're going to do so by actually sampling some of the cuts that are on the new album. And periodically we'll have a little bit of chit chat here and there. But the main thing that we want to do is share the music with you guys tonight. So let's get this party started, hopefully, and sit back and relax and enjoy some rejuvenation music that will get you moving and grooving in your seat. So first off the bat is going to be none other than to bring it to you. What's going on, Sister Queen Marquita? I see you. I see you. If you guys could invite those that are in Clubhouse up to the top from the listening lounge, because the listening experience is much, much better. Even if they don't say anything, just bring them up. And if you come up to the stage, please make sure that you mute your mic just to prevent interrupting the recording. So here we go, y'all, with cut number one off of the Back from Broken album, featuring Philosophy and your man, Dr. Ed, and even the spirit of somebody you might know. Here we go. Dr. King, I heard you want to talk to me.
That's right. Ed Womack, please, come on in and have a seat, please. I wanted to share with you that I read your book, Back from Broken. And yes, you must be back from broken, because you should be bent over backwards, walking upside down with handstands and everything else in between. Boy, I tell you, I really laughed at these chapters, because I was looking for somebody I can pass the torch to, and you are the broken, repaired, rebounded man that I was looking for. So are you interested in taking on the mantle and going out there and help people, Dr. Ed?
Dr. King, it would be my dubious honor, man. You know, you're one of my surrogate mentors, and I follow the work that you've done, the prices that you've paid, and the things that you have done to pave the way. Oh, man, Dr. King, I'd be honored, man, to pick up that torch and begin to serve those that we know require the service, which is our rent, to be on this planet.
Thank you, Mr. Womack. Now, get out of my office. I need to go talk to Coretta. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Dr. King. You're welcome. And tell little Jimmy I said, howdy ho.
Is it okay for me to have a different view and not have to take some of these people's ridicule? If I have to, cool, I will do what you told me to do, and that's lead these kind of people to you. You told me to love the ones trying to hate me. You said I could say no to the ones trying to make me. Pray for the crazies and protect and train the babies. Just do what I'm doing, and that's bringing to you. I'm here to see in the process and talking about saying good shit. Drug and killers killing hospitals filled to the rules, ladies in the womb. Need protection from them outside folks. Some of them outside folks has a clinic and that for dashing hopes. No, I didn't hide behind a choice, especially when a choice doesn't let the baby have a breath of voice or a choice of meeting vegan. What about believing they can show some love to other needing human beings? Me trying to handle it on my own needs adjusting. You said love others, but only you I should be trusting. So when you're discussing with your father my condition, helping see a position in heaven where I make a great addition. And the traditions I need to give up. Understand the standards you have for me and live up. And know it's friends and family to help you slip up. No need to frown, pick my lip up. And know I can make it through if I bring it to you. Is it okay for me to have a different view and not have to take some of these people's ridicule? If I have to, cool, I will do what you told me to do, and that's lead these kind of people to you. You told me to love the ones trying to hate me. You said I could say no to the ones trying to make me. Pray for the crazies and protect and train the babies. Just do what I'm I'm doing, and that's bringing. Now you see the mess I'm carrying, I don't need it. Could have gave it to you earlier if I was being obedient. The world told me I would fail and I was believing it. The negativity they're transmitting, I was receiving it. Throwing sticks and bones out the lab and I was retrieving it. Cooking up success without you and the ingredients. Starving for attention, had no problem eating it. In your word, I notice the more that I'm reading it, I'm seeing it. Change the way I walk, I used to strut like a peacock. Now no one tripping on these colors would have me be blocked. You told me the love for money green would make it hard for me to see stop. I would trade what heaven has for me for what these streets got. What we need to understand is baggage for holding on to is what you came to help us with. If we throw it on you, we won't have a life that's heavy laden and not behaving like this world that is capable. Not ready for you. Is it okay for me to have a different view and not have to take some of these people's ridicule? If I have to, cool, I will do what you told me to do, and that's leave these kind of people to you. You told me to love the ones trying to hate me. You said I could say no to the ones trying to make me. Pray for the crazies, and protect and train the babies. Just do what I'm doing, and that's bring it to you. Is it okay for me to have a different view and not have to take some of these people's ridicule? If I have to, cool, I will do what you told me to do, and that's leave these kind of people to you. You told me to love the ones trying to hate me. You said I could say no to the ones trying to make me. Pray for the crazies, and protect and train the babies. Just do what I'm doing, and that's bring it to you. Is it okay for me to have a different view and not have to take some of these people's ridicule? If I have to, cool, I will do what you told me to do, and that's leave these kind of people to you. You told me to love the ones trying to hate me. You said I could say no to the ones trying to make me. Pray for the crazies and protect and train the babies. Just do what I'm doing, and that's bring it to you. Bring it to you. Bring it to you. Do what I'm doing, and that's bring it to you. Bring it to you. Bring it to you. Bring it to you. Do what I'm doing, and that's bring it to you. Bring it to you. Bring it to you. Bring it to you. Do what I'm doing, and that's bring it to you. 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 Bring it to you.
All right, all right, all right. So there we have the first cut on the album, Back from Broken, which encourages us to take it to the creator, man. You know what I'm saying? And doing so in a way that eliminates the notion that perhaps maybe, just maybe, we can handle it all by ourselves. If you're anything like me, you were at that point, one point in your journey where you felt as though it's me against the world. And I had to wake up one day and realize maybe, just maybe, I don't have to do this all by myself. And once I reconnected with the true source, man, look at here. Things didn't get immediately easier, but they became a heck of a lot more bearable. So I don't know if some of you sitting out there might need to take it to the creator, whoever that might be in your life, and definitely hope that you are finding that the answer to who don't have to be you all by yourself. Oops, did I just do that? I did. Oops, my bad. Psych, sorry, not sorry. Okay, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. You could be any place else. And so we just so excited that you chose to pop into the Back from Broken Clubhouse room, and as well as those of you that are joining us live on Facebook, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We salute you. We see you. And let us know down inside the comments if, in fact, the jams that we're playing are vibing with you in any way, shape, or form. If there's something that you don't necessarily like, we want to hear that too. I'm going to step out on a skinny branch and hope that you don't hear anything you don't like. But if you do, please, we really want that. We do, again, have the CEO, founder, and musical genius behind this whole Back from Broken album, Brother Phil Williams, a.k.a. Philosophy, whose voice you will hear quite a bit on the album because he was the original curator of most of the songs pretty much most all of the songs on the album. And, just to give you guys a quick backstory before we get into the next cut, which is going to be Is It My Fault? That was how all of this really, really got initiated. I was in the studio recording my audio book, and Phil said, "Bro, I've listened to hundreds, if not thousands, of people record their audio book, but there's something different about this Back from Broken thing and the way that you deliver it. Man, it need to have some banging music behind it." I'm like, "Really, dude? Okay." I had no idea, had no inclination as to what might evolve out of that. And so he played this cut for me that I'm about to play for you guys that you may embrace, because again, this is the Rejuvenation Music Party. And some of us might, especially during the holiday season, while it's lovely and merry for most, for some of us that are recovering addicts, some of us that are returning citizens, some of us that might be otherwise disconnected from just a loving, supportive environment, we might need a little something, something extra. And some of us may find that the reason we need that extra right now is because we somehow been finding ourselves at fault. Sometimes we've been finding ourselves somehow responsible for the things we've done. Somehow we've been holding on to a bunch of bags that don't even necessarily belong to us. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more of that afterwards, but right now, I'm gonna help some people answer the question. If you've been traumatized, if you've been through a frustrating situation, if you've been abandoned, is it really your fault? I say no. Is it really something you asked for? Probably not. Is it something that you felt somehow responsible for? Heck no. So that being said, my man Little Jimmy and Philosophy gonna help you understand through one of my favorite cuts. Is it my fault? That probably was not your fault. So y'all stay tuned real quick. Here we go. Here we go. We going in, y'all. Is it my fault?
I got a question. He said 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are abused. And that's probably by somebody that they know. So if I was one of those boys, is it my fault? Is it my fault? Is it my fault? Man, shit, now you're being sorrowful. I don't know what to do with this feeling that I got. It's like my stomach is tired and not. So I'm asking, is it my fault? Man, shit, now you're being sorrowful. Yesterday was like I didn't have a choice. But thanks to the things, today I have a voice. 6 minutes to the play of the toll. Making a place for Lord. Find myself an imaginary house of doors. And a few built blocks. Not tripping on the school of hard knocks. And how a clock ticks the tops. I'm not old enough to have cares. I just learned how to ride a bike. Having a hard time getting rid of the teddy bears. Someone's at my door, who said? Oh, it's somebody that I believe who cares and shares. A couple of my toys with me. Since they're like family, just like I got my boys with me. Not tripping on how close they were sitting. No alarms are going off because they were playing with me. Now gifts turn into a longer touch. I didn't know that I shouldn't be touched. What would I touch? Since they say that they love me much, I try not to be scared because they got my body in the clutch. So I'm asking, is it my fault? Man, shit, now you're being sorrowful. I don't know what to do with this feeling that I got. It's like my stomach is tired and not. So I'm asking, is it my fault? Man, shit, now you're being sorrowful. Yesterday was like I didn't have a choice. But thanks to the things, today I have a voice. A couple of months go by, now I got a new routine. No more imaginary things, a real person to be seen. Don't know what to feel, don't know what to say. Totally messed up my whole concept of play. Being by myself is no longer day to day. With my eyes open and closed, I still see them in the way of happiness or sad. Joyful or mad, I must be glad. Cause I feel like a trash bag. I was told not to kill, cause no one could listen. I was threatened to be killed or access listen. So as a kid, now I gotta carry the same life that teach me to be a super. Like with kryptonite. The light is too bright and the night is scary. Being told that I was good by a person so heavy. There's not a soap in the world that can wash you. But this would happen if someone would have taught me. So is it my fault? Man, shit, now you're being sorrowful. I don't know what to do with this feeling that I got. It's like my stomach is tired and not. So I'm asking, is it my fault? Man, shit, now you're being sorrowful. Yesterday was like I didn't have a choice. But thanks to the things, today I have a voice. I didn't know the power of the word no. Not to say no low, but as high as I can go. Screaming at the top of my lungs with a copy attention of some other punk one. I I didn't know I had the right to work from someone who was close to me. Staying in touch with fun. I didn't know anything about my personal space, and no adult had to be with me face to face. I didn't have a clue that a kid in a bathtub was gonna get extra clean with an adult back rub. I didn't know that the path to a big boy attitude was a touch on a grown person's gratitude. There's many things I didn't know now. I would learn them sooner if some would slow down and check on me when I one-on-one with an adult. Cause if something happens, it's your fault. So I'm asking, is it my fault? Me and shit, now you're being sorrowful. I don't know what to do with this feeling that I got. It's like my stomach is tired and not. So I'm asking, is it my fault? Me and shit, now you're being sorrowful. Yesterday was like I didn't have a choice. But thanks to the screen, today I have a voice. Is it my fault? Me and shit, now you're being sorrowful. I don't know what to do with this feeling that I got. It's like my stomach is tired and not. So I'm asking, is it my fault? Me and shit, now you're being sorrowful. Yesterday was like I didn't have a choice. But thanks to the screen, today I have a voice.
Boom, boom, boom. Is it my fault? Somebody out there needs to know, in your path back, it's not your fault. Those things that may have happened in your past should not be those things that dictate the future for yourself. And it's a lot easier said than done, so don't get it twisted. Your man been there, done that. Definitely not suggesting that it's an easy walk. But what I do know is this, that is not your fault. Ooh, hold up, wait a minute. Phil, man, check your messenger, bro. I invited you to the live stream since Clubhouse audio is not playing at optimal levels with us. I'd love for you to chime in if you can, if you're able to join us in the live stream to be able to offer some additional dialogue as your schedule permits, if it permits. I know you've had a super busy day working on some other things that are going to be amazing as well, because that's just what happens in the House of Life Music Inc. But in any event, y'all, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm in the clubhouse. Everything sounds fine for me in here.
No, but I'm saying they can't hear you if you start talking on the live stream. They can hear you in the. So go ahead and chop it up a little bit. I'll move you closer to the speaker. All right, so I take it that means you're not able to join the live stream.
Oh no, I'll do the live stream.
Okay, come on in.
I was having problems hearing me. I'll do the live stream. I got you.
Come on in, man. Come on in. Philosophy is much better live than trying to go proxy through a bad speaker on an iPhone. That's what I'm going to put out there for you. But here's the thing, guys. We are just super duper excited, not only about the release of the music, but the impact that it's had so far. Most everybody that has had the opportunity to partake is like, man, there's some funky beats. Like, agreed. And there's a lot of other music out there today that has some funky beats. But the unfortunate thing is, there he is. We add him to the stream. Boom! What's going on, Philosophy? Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me leave this clubhouse. All right. We good?
We good. You tilt down to me a little bit. Yep. Just a little bit. I appreciate you on a last minute notice popping in here. We call it audibles. He a former football player, so he should be able to appreciate that. His signal ain't playing very nice right now, but we gonna get him in here hopefully. Sister Queen Marquita, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy holiday schedule to join us. For those of you out on Facebook, thank you so much. Those of you on LinkedIn, we appreciate you. Those on YouTube, man, especially, we love it. So here's what we want to do. 1 2 1 2. I can hear you, but your all right, here you go. Ruby, like get my Scooby Doo on him.
There we go.
There you go. Mic check. Can you hear
1
me
2.
now?
Yes, sir. I hear you fine.
All right, man. Cool. So tilt it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Cool. You good. You good now. So here's what I want to do. I want to ask you a couple of questions because I cannot tell the rest of the world how grateful I am for your presence, your accompaniment, your support, your encouragement on this album. And so one of the things that I'd like for you to share is, what was it that drove you to even suggest such amazingness as the Back from Broken album?
Man, first of all, it's a blessing to help people. And the thing was, man, is just your book. Listening to you read, and you read with such passion. And me being a sound engineer and a music producer and things, that elevation of the voice and de-escalation of the voice and the panning of the natural panning of your speaking ability was just so inspiring. It just brought the book to life to me. And I'm always relating things to music, and then just listening to your chapters, I said, man, this got to have some music. And then I just knew the music that I produced could have some synergy with what you're doing.
Not only did it have synergy, man, it just, like the cut we just played isn't my fault. And the amazing thing about connecting with Phil is that song Isn't My Fault was actually written about 10 years ago, before Phil and I even knew each other. And when he played it, I'll be totally transparent with you guys. It literally reduced me to tears in the studio. I was like, hold on, man, I need a minute. I need a minute. And the powerful thing was that we used some of the very same words that were in the song in some of the recitation of the book itself. So, man, thank you so much, Phil. Again, thank God for you, because the whole premise behind our relationship really is born from a spiritual place more so than anything else. And so as I told you the other night, you one of the few places of refuge that I have in my life. And I so am grateful for that. And this Menergy, that's right. In case y'all didn't catch it, I said Menergy, not synergy, Menergy. That's where men come together, can actually do something powerful and constructive. And so y'all stay tuned, because we got some real cool stuff up our sleeves. But for that person that may be struggling right now and thinking, how can I get to that next level, especially my recovering addicts and my returning citizens, you can be whatever you want to be beyond what has already taken place, because this next cut says it all. I can be. You can rise. You can represent in style and excellence. You can overcome the things that have happened in your past. So I'm going to go ahead and hit you with this next cut on the Back from Broken album, I Can Be. This one kind of banging too. Y'all stay tuned. Here it comes.
I can be frustrated. I can be opinionated. I can be miscommunicated. I can be incarcerated. I can be rehabilitated. I can be elevated, right? I can have my stuff calculated. I can be indoctrinated to rise. I can be frustrated, but it's not worth it. I can be opinionated and go wrong with how I word it. I can be miscommunicated, cause how they heard it. I can be incarcerated and prove that's how I learned it. I can be rehabilitated after they burned it. I can be elevated, right, after they turned it. I can have my stuff calculated and know I earned it. I can be indoctrinated to rise like Jesus churned it for me. I can be all I can be. I seen the commercials. Volunteering a soldier for man's moral reversals. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. I mean, someone has to stand on this wall to protect these freedom rings. This bling is so bright and shiny as people dying and trying to wear it. Has the right and left pulling on it like they don't want to share it. I can be honest, it's hard to grin and bear it. Knowing this fabric is not stitched with Christ, then God is gonna tear it and declare it S&G Part 2. That Sodom and Gomorrah with a different cast of fools. Dismissing clues and choose to sin uncontrollably. And when you hear the rocks crying, that means it's ending horribly. So forget ignoring me in this 6-story beat. I can be spitting about glory for me, but that's not what Jesus meant about glory for me. If I make my flesh in this world boring for me,
be in heaven with him and all the things he's storing for me. Come on.
I can be frustrated,
But it's not worth it.
I can be opinionated,
And go wrong with how I word it.
I can be miscommunicated,
Cause how they heard it.
I can be incarcerated,
And proof that's how I learned it.
I can be rehabilitated,
After they burned it.
I can be elevated right,
After they turned it.
I can have my stuff calculated,
And know I earned it.
I can be indoctrinated to ride.
Like Jesus churned it. I could be selfish and ignorant, and cancer like malignant, getting out of control in the trap, winning awards, being belligerent. I could be the upliftment, encouraging the shifting of the gifted, making sure it's the right old age that the pallbearers is lifted. I could be drifting fast and furious, neat and getting by the police that might be sitting with donuts while I'm flipping opponents, using components of materialism, sexism, Satanism. Instead of these beats is hitting to help with the exorcism. I'm getting closer to being that human being that's seeing things like Christ instead of Africans and Europeans, playing the Asian, Arabic, aromatic acrobatics that leads to the habits where mathematics don't add up to how God has it. I can be that tragedy, using sin as a strategy, make you think your pockets are padded, but you're really padding me. Sad to see me going drastically towards a catastrophe, so I can see what I could be. It had to be bad for me.
I can be frustrated,
But it's not worth it.
I can be opinionated,
And go wrong with how I word it.
I can be miscommunicated,
Cause how they heard it.
I can be incarcerated,
And proof that's how I learned it.
I can be rehabilitated,
After they burned it.
I can be elevated right,
After they turned it.
I can have my stuff calculated,
And know I earned it.
I can be indoctrinated to ride.
Like Jesus churned it.
I can be frustrated,
But it's not worth it.
I can be
And
opinionated,
go wrong with how I word it.
I can be miscommunicated,
Cause how they heard it.
I can be incarcerated,
And proof that's how I learned it.
I can be rehabilitated,
After they burned it.
I can be elevated right,
After they turned it.
I can have my stuff calculated,
And know I earned it.
I can be indoctrinated to ride.
Like Jesus churned it.
I can be frustrated, I can be opinionated, I can be miscommunicated, I can be incarcerated, I can be rehabilitated, I can be elevated right, I can have my stuff calculated, I can be indoctrinated to ride. For me.
Man, I can be. You know, talk to me a little bit about what the thought process. Actually, hold on. Before you do that, Phil, let's see if the queens inside a clubhouse have anything. We got a couple of queens that are joining us over there, a couple of kings as well. But Sister Queen Marquita Sarfor, what say you? You feeling this? You're not feeling this? Flash your mic if you're able to just chime in a little bit with a thought or a little bit of feedback. What say you there, Queen Sarfor? What you thinking about the music?
Okay, so in terms of the melody, I think it pleasing to the ear. I've been nodding my head since, and it's good. And in terms of the message, I mean, wow. It's a deep message, and you know, for people that are going through these situations, this is something that is going to help them a lot. Considering, you know, the one that was played before, that wasn't my fault. You know, it's something that we've all been through it one way or the other. Things happen to us, and you know, we end up blaming ourselves for it happening to us, which it shouldn't be. So yes, the message is on point, and then the melody is also on point. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That now you may not be able to appreciate this, Facebook users, but Sister Queen Sarfoa is not a woman of many words, and she just spit quite a bit right there. So thank you ever so much for stepping outside of your comfort zone and offering that up. We so appreciate it. Phil, man, coming to you. When you when you wrote "I Can Be," what was the motivation behind the creation of that song?
It was you know, just a little background with myself. I never write a song based on what I'm going through. I always listen to my clients, listen to my friends. This particular song, I was listening to you. And hearing all the things you were doing, I think you were just in the infant stages or very adolescent stages of the We Rise media input. And that rise, we rise, was the thing that stuck in my head. And so after you left, that's when the song came. And the thing was, is that all those emotions that I can be, these are learned behaviors. These are things that's taught to me. The Bible likes to say that we're born into sin and shapen in iniquity. And I like to define iniquity as the inadequacies of other people that don't want to admit they're inadequate. So all these things I could be frustrated, I could be miscommunicated, I could be misunderstood, I can be not appreciated, I could be all these things, but I'm taught to be these things. And so the end phrase is, I can be indoctrinated to rise. I was indoctrinated to be stressed out. I'm indoctrinated to be, I'm being taught, I'm being brainwashed to have all these negative emotions. So I can also be indoctrinated to rise. I can be brainwashed into knowing how to rise. So if I choose to be something, I'd rather be indoctrinated to be that way versus the others.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Be indoctrinated to rise. Hold on. That was so good. Hold on. That was so good. I got to capture that one on behalf of somebody that might come listen to this later. Be indoctrinated to R dot I dot S dot E dot. Represent in style and excellence. How about we embrace a little bit of that? How about that? Instead of being burdened by the past behaviors, the past choices, the past mishaps, the frustrations. How about we be indoctrinated to the fact that we can rise above those things that have happened in our past? Come on, somebody. And you know, a lot of times, in order for us to really and truly be able to do that, we got to be around people that are gracious, be around people that are supportive, be around people that are encouraging. I think it's a perfect tee up because we might need to lift the mood just a tad bit. So I'm thinking they need a little bit like Christ, because that's what you're going to need, are people that are like Christ, that have enough grace, enough mercy in their hearts to overlook, not forget, but overlook and forgive, and be able to allow us to move forward without having to constantly be given that bag or constantly carrying that bag that we could have let go years ago. Because with regard to the bag, it's kind of like, if for those of you that ever go to the airport, if you go with too many bags and you ain't got enough and you got more stuff than you should have, they're gonna charge you for it. Well, guess what? In life, if you're carrying around too many bags, some of those past mishaps, some of those self-doubt, some of those limiting beliefs, those bags that you might not need to be carrying, it's gonna cost you. Them bags down. Look on high from whence cometh your strength, and know that if you surround yourself with people like Christ, you begin yourself to act a little bit like Christ. You might find yourself rejuvenated. Let me stop. I'm getting, man, you rubbing off on me, Phil. Let's hit him with a little bit of like Christ, y'all. Y'all gonna like this one. I promise you. The beat is banging, and the lyrics are too. Here it come. Here it come.
The basic instructions before leaving Earth suggest Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. This is your man, Dr. Ed, the Urban Leadership Strategist, and we do ourselves a tremendous disservice when we make it about anyone else's way, anyone else's truth, and anyone else's life. Our mission in life is to be like Christ. Be like Christ. Be like Christ. Be like Christ. The issues that I'm making because I'm imitating in my life. Things I thought was real when it was just faking in my life. How am I supposed to be still with so much shaking in my life? How do I shovel these years with all this raking in my life? Can my first thought be effective when I'm told to think twice? How am I so clean on this mic and the one that's dirty is nice? Like Christ, I'm supposed to be like right? Because of grace and mercy, I can be hyped. Right? I'm excited to explain what I'm hyped about. Refrain from having to type of mouth. The karaoke sinners like to type it out. You can recite it out with backgrounds in unison. Have the crowd cheering while you're out of tune and doing sin. Like Christ pursuing losers on the winds. DJ with the greatest sinners unique. I'm doing blends. Adjust the tickle to that Godspeed. Slow you down and speed you up and hype you like he's got me. GFL on the insignia. Meet Scott's fakely. Hero saving from music that is killing you. At best, music that's healing you. Seriously, people smoking and drinking, popping pills and killing people, killing you.
like the Lord is boring. An excuse for you ignoring while you and your flesh is warring, exploring abomination type behavior. You're in desperate need of the flavor of a hype like Christ Savior. Because I'm imitating in my life things I thought was real when it was just faking in my life. How am I supposed to be still with so much shaking in my life? How do I shovel these tears with all this raking in my life? Can my breath all be effective when I'm told to think twice? How am I so clean on this mic and the one that's dirty is nice? Like Christ, I'm supposed to be like, right? Because of grace and mercy, I can be hyped, right? Yo, the hardest worker gets the best word. Yep. The
Come on,
real
folks.
gets the best word. I heard Cali has the best word, so I planted the seeds to make the blood burst. I meditated on God's word. Okay, flew in patterns like one of God's word. Hit Saturn and made the God's word. They tried to eliminate me, they had a purge. I walked through their tracks spotless, still showing them what hip hop is. Okay, they growing trees like a botanist. Yeah, but they're not grounded up in the doctrine. Fake it till you make it is what they fake to see making. And make it said you awaken. Keep hoping, fasting and praying. I'm lifted up in the mason. Your music that they be making. Your 5 pillars of hip hop. You're going MCing and breaking. Graffiti and DJing. My uniqueness innovation. I'm teaching them to be late. I'm wrecking proof of my greatness. Solution and intrusion. I'm having it every day. Got judges killing themselves and need Jesus to do the thing. I'm making it because I'm imitating in my life. Things I thought was real when it was just faking in my life. How am I supposed to be still with so much shaking in my life? How do I shovel these tears with all this raking in my life? Can my breath all be effective when I'm told to think twice? How am I so clean on this mic and the one that's dirty is nice? Like Christ, I'm supposed to be like, right? Because of grace and mercy, I can be hyped, right? Use this break so your speakers can rest from bumping. To you it's nothing. As Jesus freaks you up to something. To some church folks that think we're insignificant. That's why we do things different. The hype of who you think you is. Like Christ, we're doing things unorthodox. Get the ones with the box of rock that traded for a soapbox. That Christ is love. What he did to save you is what testify. The fact he did the work to save you proves you're not at the lion. Horrifying. When I see the church of politics prepared to throw a hissy fit. When I point, I sing with many clicks. And the gangs wanted Jesus' name. One of the reasons Jesus came like life block to clear his name. Rest assured, he wants to do the things that hype you up. That's why we're hyping you up to change with the right you up. The one that reads every line of the book on you. What's he like? Right now, how he looks on you. She said I'm making it because I'm imitating in my life. Things I thought was real when it was just faking in my life. How am I supposed to be still with so much shaking in my life? How do I shovel these tears with all this raking in my life? Can my breath all be effective when I'm told to think twice? How am I so clean on this mic and the one that's dirty is nice? Like Christ, I'm supposed to be like, right? Because of grace and mercy, I can be hyped, right? She said I'm making it because I'm imitating in my life. Things I thought was real when it was just faking in my life. How am I supposed to be still with so much shaking in my life? How do I shovel these tears with all this raking in my life? Can my breath all be effective when I'm told to think twice? How am I so clean on this mic and the one that's dirty is nice? Like Christ, I'm supposed to be like, right? Because of grace and mercy, I can be hyped, right? Like Christ, I'm supposed to be like, right? Like Christ, I'm supposed to be like, right?
Yeah. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, like Christ. And we may do ourselves a serious injustice when we think about is anyone else's way, anyone else's truth, or anyone else's light. You got to be like Christ. And again, we bring into you beats that are banging and the music and lyrics that have a meaning and purpose. Not that some of the other stuff doesn't, but it's going to be one that'll hopefully encourage you, one that'll rejuvenate you, one that'll move you closer to something that can actually serve you. You know, yesterday, Phil, I'm gonna revisit in public a portion of the conversation because it was so powerful. You know, I almost called this the jam tonight. In fact, I did call it the music jam. And so I'm gonna unleash you because certainly you are not scared. And you brought the word in a profound way yesterday that I just really want you to spend a moment or two unpacking the difference between jam versus jam, jam versus in a jam, and the impact of some music that we listen to has on our subconscious, which involuntarily plays out into our day-to-day habits, actions, and energies. Man, jam versus jam form, if you don't mind, Mr. Phil.
Not a problem. And shortly after this jam session, I'm going to have to get out of here, man. But man, it's been a pleasure. But no, what happened was, you know, reading your book, just reading that #1 bestseller, the Bible, and just all those kind of things. I ask a person outside of your Christian song, what is your favorite jam? What's that jam that comes on to just have you rise up out the seat, put your hands in the air, and say, "Ooh, that's my jam right there." What's that song? It's not a Christian song. What's that song? I guarantee you $1 to a dime. That jam is promoting a bunch of foolishness, a bunch of negativity, a bunch of things that get you in a jam. If you was to implement any of those things in your life, it will put you in a jam. And if you have that jam and you also have a Christian jam, the one that liberates you and frees you from all the foolishness, you have an unstable life because you are serving two masters. You're serving a master of disaster, and you're serving a master that's trying to be a pastor. He's trying to get you to lie down in green pastures, not lie down onto the dark side and party like it's 1990 foolishness. But that's your jam.
That's your jam.
You're recovering from alcoholism, but your jam is saying drink until you can't drink no more. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. You know, and then your jam, you're recovering from addiction of joints and drugs, but your favorite jam is saying Molly Percocet, Molly Percocet, the stuff that gets you in a jam. And you're bringing that spirit into your household and letting your children bring that spirit in like a stray animal with scratch cat fever, gets you all jacked up.
Yeah.
But that's your jam. That's my jam.
My jam, bro. See, that's why I hang out with this cat, because he drops a perspective. And, you know, it's oftentimes even very enlightening because the perspective is not one that's always easily palatable, because we are so conditioned to the different things that are around us. But I double dog dare you. Try to embrace something just a tad bit different. Try to change the things that you give your energy to. I'm reminded, as I was even saying that, of a quote by Dr. Wayne Dyer. So when you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at will change. And I'm going to take it a step further. When you change the people you hang out with, the things you get change. Oh, did I just do that? Did I just do that?
That's my man. Woo!
Man, Phil, I heard you, and I also have to be conscious and respectful. Thank you so much. Please give my love to your queen, and an extra couple drops of lemon or honey inside of that tea, because I know you pampering her back to health. So thank you so much. Please again send my best and highest regards, and we appreciate you, man, so much. This is the first of many things that are going to be happening as a result of Life Music Inc. and We Rise Media. And so you guys go check out the music at Life Music Inc. Make donations so that this mission of positivity can continue to move forward, not just for the sake of Back from Broken, but I promise you, I know personally, this brother has almost 700 songs that he has written. So, and they all have a powerful, powerful, powerful meaning. And I'm going to try and license as many of them as I possibly can as this journey is.
Hey, well, yeah, in closing, man, you guys have to go to bfbsoundtrack.com. You have to purchase this. And here's why you have to. And not just purchase one. Purchase one for your children. If you want something positive and something inspirational that's going to get them out of a jam and get them jammed into the will of the Lord, go to bfbsoundtrack.com and get this CD. And here's why. Because it's what you were complaining that needs to happen. And now that it's happening, you have to participate in your complaint. Don't just buy one for your child. Buy one for your children's friends so that they can be all on the same sheet of music. It's hard for them to bully them when they got the same thing they have. Buying 5 to 10 CDs is cheaper than bail. And definitely directing them away from hell. This is what you must do. Other than that, you are trapped in your complaint and not willing to do anything about it. Go to bfbsoundtrack.com Get the Back from Broken CD. Get some. Hey, it doesn't have to be Christmas. Jesus is here all year round, so every day is Christmas.
Every day.
Be a gift. Be a gift.
Man, thank you so much, Phil. You know, I think that's the perfect segue into How Low, because you just teed that up so perfectly.
Oh, God is good.
Oh my goodness. You know, I know you got to scoot, so as long as you can hang out, I appreciate it. If you got to bounce out, I get it too. But
Yes,
this
sir.
next cut, How Low.
Hey, love you, bro.
Love you too, brother. And again, give my regards.
All right, love you, Back from Broken Nation. Hey, guys, participate. BFBsoundtrack.com. Get the CD. God bless.
God bless. All right, guys. So coming next, one of the famous or fun cuts on the song, but it makes you think, because everything on here it's got a nice little beat, little rhythm, little melody. But this next one, How Low? Oh, how low have some of us been? How low have some of us yet to go? How low before we realize we might need to turn that thing around? I'm gonna quit bubbling my gums and go ahead and drop this how low on y'all. It's the Rejuvenation Music Party, y'all. Let go with How Low.
How low, 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 before you become a believer and see you're chasing the deceiver. How low must you go before you praise? Don't hesitate. Get in the word and wanna meditate. How low before you need some humbling, cause the life you're building is crumbling. How low did he go to make you? How high will he take you after the world beats you lower than low? How low must you go before you realize trap is not an art form? The crimes you're excited about is too cold to get your heart warm. The part torn is the part you can't hear with their prescriptions. Their addictions is filled with too many contradictions. In addition, the dancers aren't David-like. They might be out of their mind in the clothes, but they're not saving like, praising like. They want blessings from above, not down low. The man in hell gets us up fast, the man in heaven sounds slow. How low before you realize the murder rate wouldn't be as high if you could get folks to not participate. Congratulating sin because it has the most downloads and views. Refuse to see parents burying their children as tools. Yeah, I hear the cries of fake news, but it's coming from a dude that lies constantly, believes in Corinthian tools. It's not just the lady singing the blues, it's the whole community complaining because they're being built without Jesus' tools. How low before you become a believer and see you're chasing the deceiver? How low must you go before you praise? Don't hesitate. Get in the word and wanna meditate. How low before you need some humbling, cause the life you're building is crumbling. How low did he go to make you? How high will he take you after the world beats you lower than low? I know I'm being accused of hating. I'm just wondering if the accusations can survive debate. Creating mountains out of molehills, disguising the fact that they're a little scared, bragging about more kills. Cowards covered with more frills. My understanding has me blaming the church, flipping the tables, whipping the money changers, and flaming their perch. That they're sitting on high, super sanctimonious. Hypocrites competing to be the phoniest. Prayers are so erroneous that people don't believe Jesus can. So low that they'll play with the snake as long as it pleases man. How low do you have to go before you see places like Cali being separated, not just water, teeth, and sand? Don't go to the altar because what I'm saying, but what I'm relaying is what the word is saying. And it ain't playing what the world is displaying, that it's okay to be betrayed. What God knows, the question is if you will go, and if so, how low? How low before you become a believer and see you're chasing the deceiver? How low must you go before you praise? Don't hesitate. Get in the word and wanna meditate. How low before you need some humbling, cause the life you're building is crumbling. How low did he go to make you? How high will he take you after the world beats you lower than low? How low before you become a believer and see you're chasing the deceiver? How low must you go before you praise? Don't hesitate. Get in the word and wanna meditate. How low before you need some humbling, cause the life you're building is crumbling. How low did he go to make you? How high will he take you after the world beats you lower than low? How low before you become a believer and see you're chasing the deceiver? How low must you go before you praise? Don't hesitate.
How low? How low? Man, look at here. Some of us we have no limits to the low. But how low before you recognize that perhaps this might not be the plight in life that has been destined for you? How low before you turn that thing around? My hope shot, my encouragement, my prayer for that recovering addict, that returning citizen that might still be toiling, not necessarily certain exactly which way to go. My question to you is how low? But here's what we're going to do, guys. We got one more cut we're going to share with you guys tonight. We want to be mindful of everybody's time, which is our most precious gift, but also got a couple of other things that need to be attended to on this evening. Got to make sure my mom is good to go. But of course, we can't get up out of here without the title cut of the album. And so for those of you that have been wondering, well, where it is, what's going on with that? Well, if you've realized that you are back from broken, if you realize that the journey that you've been on is not the sum total of what is yet to come, then I encourage you to embrace the affirmation, I am back from broken. And if you really want to embrace it and wear it and sport it as well, just DM me. We do have t-shirts and hoodies on deck, medium to 3X. Are in the building. We had a little mishap with our previous shirt producer. So as we were changing the producer, we actually changed a little bit of the design up as well. And this I Am Back from Broken, God Gets the Glory has been getting rave reviews. So if you're in a cold climate, we got hoodies for you. If you're in a warm climate, we got t-shirts. And like I said, from medium all the way up to 3X. If you need a 4X, or 3X or 4X is going to cost a few pennies more, but we got you. We got you. My new manufacturer is thebomb.com. I can get them turned around in about 24 hours. So we appreciate you guys. We love you so much, but we can't leave you without the title cut of the album, Back from Broken. Want to send a mad shout out to Sister Queen Marla B, who helped contribute significantly to this. So y'all go ahead and get with this Back from Broken. You know the journey, that one in your past, the one that had you toe up from the flow up, without a pot to be in or a window to throw it out of. Well, you know what? Here we go. We about to drop that roadmap to recovery, redemption, and restoration in your lap. Hey, it's your man, Dr. Ed, the Urban Leadership Strategist. Yo, Marla, let's get it, Queen.
We haven't broken, that much is true. But now that we got something left to do. Recover, redeem, we're here to restore. Our cups are full and we about to pour. So show up as you are and we'll take you far. Just dust you off cause you already a star. We don't mean fortune, we don't mean fame. We want originality, we don't want fame. So split the blame, you got a mind to tame. And if you don't do that, well that's a shame. PTSD, I know what that means to me. Prepare to show up, yeah, daily. Show up for who? Show up for you, boo, cause you deserve a breakthrough, break free. Gotta get to therapy, crack you open. You can finally see all the demons that you need to slay, all the games you don't need to play.
Yo, them demons that's been coming at your body, that's been coming at your mind, that's been coming at your heart, they can't win. We about to take this thing to a whole new level because we know we got the best insight. When you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at will change.
We haven't broken, that much is true. But now that we got something left to do. We haven't broken, that much is true. But now we're back, and we came back to get you. Recover, restore, we're here to redeem. You know who we are, the back from broken scene. We know you got a dream, but the thing that you've seen keeps playing in your head like on a movie screen. We know you got trauma, yeah, maybe from your mama, yeah, maybe from your pop, but you still can't stop. You belong at the top of that list. That's our wish, and we make it our business. Restore, redeem, it's time to recover. We've been through hell, but we finally discovered illness, abuse, loss,
easy. The road may even be downright frustrating at times, but because we are choosing to come back from broken, we get ready to put the work in. We're going to be committed to introductions to the higher versions of ourselves, because what we know is this, that hard work pays off and the rewards are great.
We have been broken, that much is true. But now that we got something left to do, we have been broken, that much is true. But now that we came back to get you, we came back to get you, could not forget you, might have to stretch you, cannot just let you live in regret, cause your fate is not set. You cannot neglect the fact that you can get back up on your feet. Know that we believe you have what it takes, cause you were made for greatness. You cannot just face it, the gift that God gave us. Thought we were broken together, you can't break this. We have been broken, that much is true. But now that we got something left to do, we have been broken, that much is true. But now that we came back to get you.
Now you know I'd be remiss if I didn't leave you with this. Good, better, best, we can't let it rest until our good is our better and our better is our best. And as you begin to embrace this roadmap to reentry, recovery, and redemption, full stop. We might just see you at the top, and we at the bottom in time to cry. Yo, Peep Gang, why don't you go ahead and join the Back from Broken Nation in our Facebook group, Back from Broken Nation. It's your man, Dr. Ed, the Urban Leadership Strategist, ready to introduce you to the higher version of yourself. Lego.
Lego, Lego, Lego. So I want to thank each and every one of you on Clubhouse, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, for listening in either live or to the replay, for sharing your most precious gift with us in this Rejuvenation Music Party. You could have been doing anything else. And so I truly pray that you found something in one or more of the cuts that might give you a little something to hold on to, a little something to help get you out of a jam, a little something that might just propel you beyond those limiting beliefs that you may have had or somebody else may have tried to impose upon you. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't leave you with this. Good, better, best, we can't let it rest until our good is our better and our better is our best. And I am fully persuaded, if you get a copy of Back from Broken soundtrack by going to bfbsoundtrack.com, boy, stop. We'll see you jamming at the top. Because the bottom's entirely too crowded. Hey, y'all, it's your man, Dr. Ed, sending peace and love, especially during this holiday season. For my recovering addicts and returning citizens, know that there is somebody that understands that the holidays ain't always happy for us. And I'm grateful to God that I can now actually enjoy them, but I know some of you may not be able to. So if you need to, man, reach out to me. I'm not just saying that. You need a listening ear. I'm your guy. Been there, done that. And by the grace of God, I just celebrated 17 years with no minor mood altering substances. And I'm just so ecstatic and looking forward to your breakthrough as well. So Clubhouse, thank you guys so much. Sister Queen Sarfor, thank you for hanging to the very end. Those of you out there in Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube land, peace and blessings. It's your man, Dr. Ed, and we'll holler at y'all later. Peace. We out of here in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.